welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Yeah, I seen a video this morning. Sports and Fitness Rants was making a video on how LeBron James continues to pat himself on the back, and this time for all NBA second team. And like I told you guys, I said this guy continues to win without winning. I mean, you got to give it to this guy. He's a great businessman. Maybe the greatest businessman of all time. To be an actual loser, have no actual skill set, not be a winner, be a complete loser, a failure, a meltdown artist, a choke artist, and still be the greatest player or the second greatest player of all time, still being talked about by his adversaries, by his lovers. I mean, might be the greatest businessman of all time. We see failing companies all the time go down, crumble, file for bankruptcy because they weren't successful. This guy stays on top, even if he's not successful. So, we kind of made a video. Well, we made like 3 in a row. LeBron James wins again without actually winning, right? Because when you look through social media, you see everybody talking about this guy in response, or clapping back at what he said, or this and that. This guy is brilliant. Give this man his props for actually being a loser and still winning. Because he knows that he done drowned social media so deep into his name. The only way anybody can make any money is to use his name. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter, really. Most guys can only make money if they're talking about him. So I just found this funny, and we talk about this guy always winning without actually winning. And this has been going on, basically his entire career. We can start from when he came in and him not making the playoffs, and him not, getting destroyed in the Olympics, and, getting destroyed in the FIBA, and get destroyed in the finals, and get destroyed as the #1 back-to-back seed, and then getting destroyed in the finals again, and building his super teams and getting destroyed in the finals again and again and again, and missing playoffs and getting destroyed. This guy actually, and then he won. Imagine if this guy actually won. What would his career be like? I can't even imagine, because he done lost so much and he still won. He won more losing than he actually won winning. That has never happened to any other great player who has lost. Not Jerry West, not Wilt Chamberlain, not John Stockton and Karl Malone and Charles Barkley, and a lot of these guys who have lost in the finals. It's never happened to them. They never came out as winners for losing. And in this case, this guy has came out bigger, has came out more on top for losing even more. Just crazy. It like what? So I just found this interesting right here when we look at potential, because I think this is the NBA Finals, because I saw one of his cronies, FIF, and they was talking about game tying go ahead with like, I think 20 seconds or something like that he put up, and LeBron was like #1 with 8 converted shots, and I think Kobe was in there somewhere, and they just had a mix of guys in there. Crawford was in there. Of course, Michael Jordan wasn't in there because it goes from 97, but he didn't put 97. But the biggest thing is he didn't put what their percentages was and how many times they shot. So, of course, LeBron James' percentage was something like 18%, being that he shot a whole bunch of shots and missed a whole bunch of shots. So I think he only hit 8 out of 100 and something. It was just crazy. But this was in the NBA Finals. No, this is in the playoffs. This is in the playoffs period. This is potential game tying or go ahead shot. Final 24 seconds of fourth quarter or overtime playoffs. LeBron James, overall 11 for 30, clinching game 0 for 2, facing elimination 0 for 2, NBA Finals 0 for 7. Wow. So this is the stuff that your boy, he won't put on there FYF. All he'll put on there is something like, 11 for 30, which ain't good. Clinching games, so he never hit a game. He hit a game winning shot, but clinching games, he was 0 for 2, facing elimination 0 for 2, NBA Finals 0 for 7. So I guess when he put, I don't know if he put playoffs or he just put period. I think he just put career. And plus he didn't put percentages or nothing. Of course not. For Michael Jordan, 9 for 18. Clinching game, 4 for 7. Facing elimination, 3 for 3. NBA Finals, 3 for 7. And of course you can see all these guys are better than LeBron James. If you remember, LeBron James faced no super team. Kevin Durant, Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Steph Curry, these guys never played on a super team. See, because Kevin Durant going to play with Steph Curry, where's the super team? See, they just made you guys believe it was a super team, but you never thought like, okay, what are you talking about? See, they want to turn Clay and Draymond Green into super team status when they came through the draft. They weren't other teams' number one franchise players. We talked about that before. What constitutes a super team is another team's number one franchise player who was a leader of the team and a future Hall of Fame player. So when we talk about Kevin Love, another team's number one franchise player. Chris Bosh, another team's number one franchise player, future Hall of Famer. Kyrie, before LeBron James came over there, future Hall of Famer, another team's number one franchise player. So those are super teams. 3 guys who are other teams' number one franchise players and future Hall of Fame players. So actually, LeBron James actually never faced a super team ever. Never. First 3 NBA Finals averages, 91, 92, 93 for Michael Jordan, 07, 11, and 12 for LeBron James. So Mike never had a super team in those 3 years. LeBron James did have a super team in those 2 years, for 2 years, and he never faced a super team in those 3 years, as Michael Jordan never faced a super team in those 3 years. Record, Michael Jordan 3-0, LeBron 1-2, Hall of Fame teammates, Michael Jordan 1, LeBron 2. Points per game, Michael Jordan 36, LeBron 22.8. Rebounds, Michael Jordan 6.6, LeBron 8.1. Assists per game, Michael Jordan 8, LeBron 7. Steals per game, Michael Jordan 2, LeBron 1.3. Blocks per game, Michael Jordan 0.8, LeBron 0.4. Turnovers per game, Michael Jordan 3.4, LeBron James 4.5. Field goal percentage, Michael Jordan 52.8, LeBron 43.5. 3-point percentage, Michael Jordan 44.3, LeBron 23.4. Free throw percentage, Michael Jordan 81.1, LeBron 70.5. Number of players outscored by in first 3 finals, Michael Jordan 0, LeBron 6. So that had to do basically with you being outscored by, it could be your teammate or the opponent in a series. You were outscored, not in one game. We're talking about in the entire series. So last 2 championships for Kobe and LeBron James. Finals record overall, 5-2 for Kobe. LeBron 4-6. Hall of Fame teammates, Kobe 1, LeBron 3. We don't know that could continue for LeBron James too. We just don't know in the future. Top 75 teammates, Kobe 0, LeBron 1. Beat top 75 players, Kobe 3, LeBron 1. Beat Hall of Fame players, Kobe 1, LeBron 2. Beat 50-win teams, Kobe 7. I guess this is on the in the playoffs, on the way to the finals. He beat 750-win teams on the way to the finals and in the finals. Or we'll just say on that run. LeBron James beat 70-win teams. Kobe 0, LeBron 1. Consecutive champion. Kobe 2, LeBron 0. Points per game, Kobe 30.5, LeBron 29.7. Let me see. Rebounds, Kobe 8.8, LeBron 11.5. Dude was grabbing all the rebounds. Holy crap. Assists, Kobe 5.6, LeBron 8.7. Steals, Kobe 1.7, LeBron 1.9. Blocks, Kobe 1, LeBron 1.4. Turnovers, Kobe 3.5, LeBron 3.9. What is this? Field goal percentage, Kobe 41.7, LeBron 54.2. 3-point percentage, Kobe 33.9. This is 3-point percentage, Kobe 33.9, LeBron 40.2. Free throw percentage, Kobe 86.2. Free throws for LeBron 75.4. So of course LeBron gobbled up all the stats, and I would say in a way faster era. I mean, the stats are just crazy and easier to get when we talk about what would this be, 2016 in the 2020 bubble. I mean, just a faster pace and easier to get rebounds, assist, everything for LeBron James. Field goal percentage way better. And I'm not trying to make up excuses for Kobe, but we all know he played in a slower pace era. Now I think these are just the field goal, percentages and averages in the finals that won the whole playoff run. So I just thought that was interesting that, Kobe basically won the top. And LeBron James won the bottom, which is stats as far as greatness, the teams that he beat, it was just better. We talk about, look at this. Hall of Fame teammates, LeBron had 3. Kobe had 1. Top 75 teammates, Kobe had 0. LeBron had 1. Beat top 75 players, LeBron beat 1. And he beat 2 Hall of Fame players. LeBron James did because he only beat 1 top 75. Look at the 50-win teams. Throughout the playoffs, it's just crazy. So basically, that he just skated through this whole damn East. And then, of course, he played one, we're talking about when he played in the bubble, too. Not only when he played in the East, the time he played in the bubble, I don't even think they played all 82 games. So he was just playing teams that was sick. I won't say they were sick, but the world was sick. And, of course, Kobe, won the consecutive champion. LeBron James couldn't do it back-to-back. And, of course, he didn't play a super team, but Kobe did play a super team, the same super team that beat LeBron James. Okay. The LeBron James fans will be mad when they see that. Because, oh, man, look, LeBron put up all these stats. So this is pretty crazy right here. Clutch stats in the NBA Finals. Total points in a series. Under 200 points in a series. No. Over 200 points in the series. Total points in the series. Michael Jordan did it 3 times. LeBron James did it twice. Under 150 points, total points in the series. Michael Jordan 0, LeBron 5. Under 100 total points in the series. Michael Jordan did it 0 times. LeBron James did it 1 time. Total turnovers in a final series. Over 20. Michael Jordan 1 time. LeBron James 7. Over 15 or over. Michael Jordan 3 times. LeBron 15. Under 15 total turnovers in a series. Michael Jordan 2 times. LeBron James 15. Goodness God. Average free throw percentage in a series. Over 80%, Michael Jordan 4 times, LeBron James 1 time. Under 80% in a final series, Michael Jordan 2 times, LeBron 8 times. Under 70% in a final series, Michael Jordan 1 time, LeBron James 5 times. What is this? Average field goal percentage in a final series. Over 50%, Michael Jordan 3 times, LeBron James 3 times, which is mind-boggling because this guy's been in the finals 10 times, and he's a paint player basically. Under 50%, Michael Jordan 3 times, LeBron James 6 times. Goodness God. Under 40%, LeBron James 2 times, Michael Jordan 0 times. And when we were going over that one with Kobe Bryant in the NBA Finals, the last 2 NBA Finals, I thought it was interesting because when we look at this, Dwight Howard not being a top 75 player is mind-blowing. And to me, I think the LeBron James camp has something to do with that. To me, you never know. He might end up being a top 100 later on. We don't really know that, but he will be a Hall of Famer. But when you look at this guy's resume, NBA champion, 8-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team 1 time, 3-time All-NBA Defensive Player of the Year. It's crazy. 4-time All-NBA Defensive First Team. Let's see. All-NBA Defensive Second Team 1 time. All-NBA Rookie First Team. 5-time Rebound Leader. What we got here? 2-time Blocks Leader. Slam Dunk Contest winner. 2-time Gold Medalist. Wow. This kind of don't make no sense. Because as far as like statistical accolades, I know defensive player isn't a statistical accolade, but it's damn near close. So I would count that. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. And he was led the league in blocks 2 times, led the league in rebounds 5 times. I mean, this is crazy. Again, I think when he left Orlando, he kind of like slacked off on his career. Or he could have been, this guy has more all-star selections than Scottie Pippen. And if I ain't mistaken, I think he has the same All-NBA first-team selections as Scottie Pippen. Even there's guys out there who never won a championship in their top 75. And I'm not trying to knock them, but when we look at Dame Lillard's career and we look at his accolades, it's not better than Dwight Howard. And to me, I'm not trying to say, what's this guy's name? AD. I'm not trying to say Dwight Howard is better than AD, but his resume ain't too much better. And they got mad when I put up Joker's resume and how dare you compare Dwight Howard to Joker? Well, I don't remember Joker being a 5-time rebound leader in the defensive era, or leading the league 2 times in blocks, or being on the defensive first team 4 times, in the defensive second team 1 time, and being a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Now let me look real quick, because this guy's All-Star 8 times, and All-NBA first team 5 times. Dwight Howard. Let me look at Joker. And I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to say Dwight Howard is better than Joker, but this is a whole different era, man. So Joker, 8-time All-Star. And like I was telling you, Dwight Howard, let me see. Yeah, Joker, 7-time All-Star. Joker, 5-time All-NBA first team. Only 5 times. And Dwight Howard was 5 times. Now, Joker is 2 times second team. Dwight Howard, 1 time second team. And as far as statistical titles, he has none. Joker has none. Has no defensive teams, led the league in nothing. Why do they put this on here? I mean, They, I guess they put in Serbia, what he did in Serbia. I guess it ain't the NBA. So I might have to put this up again, man, because he has did nothing really, no more than Dwight Howard. Really, Dwight Howard has a NBA championship, and Joker has an NBA championship. Of course, he has a Finals MVP. Not saying he don't deserve it, and he's got the 3 MVPs. Oh, of course. Well, how good would Dwight Howard be in this era with no defense on him? I'm just saying. How many defensive players of the year would he win in this era, where Rudy Gobert can't even average 3 blocks a game and get defensive player of the year? I'm gonna just leave it alone. Just leave it alone, man. You know, at worst, Dwight Howard got cheated out of top 75. LeBron James don't even have, you know, statistical accolades like that for his career. Whatever you think about, Dwight Howard's offensive game, whatever. But back then, you could be a 2-way player, or you could be a 1-way player, or you could be a defensive player, and that's what Dwight Howard was. He was a defensive player that could get you, 17 to 20 points per game. Dwight Howard could go off and get you, 30 to 35 points per game sometimes. You gotta remember, Dwight Howard came out of high school. He didn't go to college. He came out of high school. So he didn't have no college coach training. And he's got the 2 gold medals. So the man basically got you. And to me, I think, Clutch Sports, their hand was in it. Oh, don't put this guy in no top 75. That's going to be a super team for LeBron James when he won the championship. We're going to keep the guy out because you say because of his personality? What? What are we talking about? One of the greatest defensive players of all time. The resume is right there. One of the greatest defensive players of all. So what about Dennis Rodman? What about his attitude? And I think they kept him out because he beat LeBron James in 2009. Made him look bad. I mean, it could make him look good depending on how you look at it. Say he was going against a top 75 player in 2009. It could have made his resume look better as far as, his opponent that he was facing. But it would have still been him, a top 75 against a top 75. But now that he didn't even make top 75, you wasn't going against a top 75 player in 2009, and you still pooped your pants, and they were a number 3 seed. That was on, what was it? Was it on Mind the Game? Was it with Steve Nash or JJ Redick when he goes and talks about they just had all these shooters on Orlando? So you were supposed to be the shooter, though. You were supposed to be the shooter, but you can't shoot. That was the problem. When they put the ball in your hand, you couldn't shoot, and you couldn't really drive to the basket like that because Dwight Howard was right there. Oh yeah, that was the interview with JJ Redick because JJ Redick was on that Orlando team that beat the hell out of LeBron James. That went 6. He likes that number, 6. Every time he loses, it only goes 6. Whether it's in the finals or when it was 2009, 2010, 6. We're only going 6 in this ass kicking. Can't even go 7. Well, I'm just saying, guys, this guy wins again. I mean, we can pull out so many more things in this guy's career because this is what I used to do when I was in these debate groups. I used to embarrass these guys with, stats and stuff like that. I'm not. We can do video after video with stats. I got it, but after a while it gets boring. I like to talk about the actual reality of everything. stats kind of get boring because his stats have no impact. That's the problem. His stats have no impact. But his career is based on getting stats and say, look at my stats. How did we lose? And again, he wins again, basically by paying people off. I mean, this should be a crime in the NFL that this guy has turned into a businessman of paying people off. He got so bad he started paying off Skip Bayless. Well, Skip Bayless was the only one that went against him in the media when it was fair. And then by 2012, I mean, he paid so many people in the media, it was crazy. So therefore, the NBA is really just a rigged corporation. And the rest of the players, they go along with it, right? Whether it's, the players, the owners, the commissioner, they're all in it on a rigged NBA. And I'm not trying to talk about rigged NBA as far as the outcome of the NBA finals. I'm talking about the talking points. And who's going to be on top? It's either him and his team or somebody else going against him. But the talking points are basically rigged because he's paying off the NBA, or paying off the media to talk in his favor. So he puts people in position to talk in his favor. So that's what I'm saying. It's rigged right there as far as that. So you don't really have a fair across the board league. So that's pretty much what you've been getting all these years. And it has came to the point to where it doesn't matter if he wins or he loses. Who cares? He still wins. Still made all this money off of losing. Being a losing, we say losing winner, winning while losing. So next year, we I guess we can say he'll be on All NBA first team, because truthfully, when you look at it, the league is getting weaker. No matter how you look at it, it's getting weaker. When we talk about some of these guys getting older, and Dame Lillard and Giannis and Joker, and I ain't saying they're like LeBron James old, but they are getting older. They're 10 years, man. 10 years into their career. Of course, LeBron James is getting older, but he's only one getting stronger, right? You go from All NBA's third team, which you should not have made that, to second team, to you had the third seed and you got beat by a 6th seed. What is that? Where was that All NBA second team type of mentality when you got beat by a 6th seed? Huh? Doesn't make too much sense. You and Luka? You, Luka, and Reeves. Hell, that'd be a hell of a team right there. Michael Jordan, Austin Reeves, and Luka. Even Michael Jordan at 40. Wow, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. And I bet they would throw Hayes in the mix too. Hayes, you ain't even let this guy play. You got Hachimura on there. You got all kind of guys that, you put Michael Jordan with them dudes. I ain't trying to say they're going to win the finals, but we know Luka went to the finals, and he did it with Kyrie. If he did that with Kyrie, but you can't do it with LeBron James, couldn't do it with Luka and Reeves? Wow. And now he's making the rounds on social media so he can get his name out there some more. Dissing past eras. I think it was the 90s he was dissing. So this is just going to start because, we got the off season and we got the, what is it called? Well, they ain't got to worry about the draft. I'm talking about free agency. They're going to make moves. And the league is going to do it for the Lakers. Something big is going to happen because they're not just going to start the year with this same team like this. Next year, they're not going to start the league like this. Something big is going to happen. Somebody's going to get traded. I don't even see why you need a great big man in this era. That's the reason why they got rid of AD, because they didn't need it. But now they're trying to blame it on needing a big man because LeBron James is supposed to play 1 through 5. Because Luka is supposed to be a shutdown defender now in an era where they don't play no defense. Even though this guy made it to the finals playing no defense. That's what I'm trying to talk about. This guy is a savvy businessman that he can keep coming back the next year, the next year, the next year after losing, getting humiliated, breaking shots, turning over the ball at a high rate, not playing no defense, and still come back the next year and cash out on a $50 million a year. This is a good businessman. I mean, you could be on YouTube and make some, hate all you want to make a couple dollars. This guy is making tens of millions on a failed career. You already know ESPN don't pay their guys nothing no more. ESPN, Fox. So if you get with Unclutch Sports and sign with them, which they won't tell nobody who is signed with them, as far as analysts, that's like forbidden. I've already tried to look that up. Like Nick Wright, he gave a hint that he works for him, but they won't put it out to all the people that actually work for him. And we kind of already know. But again, all the people that work for Clutch Sports, they're basically on ESPN as far as the basketball analysts. You could even say Reggie Miller, and all of them do. Legs, all of them do. You could even say whoever's running ESPN is getting money put in their pocket, like what do you call it? I forget what they call them. Oh, like a lobbyist, right? Unclutch Sports send lobbyists over there to put money in, maybe ESPN's pocket, the president, yada yada yada. Maybe put a little bit of money on Adam Silver's pockets. That's what Clutch does. And they'll be able to write all that off on taxes some way or another. So, you'll actually never see the NBA again until this guy retires. And I don't even think it'll be. I don't even think you'll ever see it again, really. An original NBA without this guy, because even if he retires, now you got him putting money in people's pocket to hype up Bronny. And to me, this probably is going to be a big thing next year, where Bronny will get more playing time, be starting, and it'll be like the triangle with LeBron James, Bronny, who is this? Luka, Reeves, yada yada yada. Even if LeBron James leaves and he goes somewhere else, which would be mind blowing, or he retires, Bronny will come up in the rankings. I think in off season, not only will you hear about Laker trades, but you will hear about Bronny, how he got stronger, how he got better, how his game evolved, and he's no longer in that G League, D League, whatever it is. And they're going to trade away a whole bunch of guys to get Bronny on the court and be starting. So this will be talking points. This will be, Clutch moving a wheel to get Bronny involved and be the talk of the NBA with Luka. And like I said, you'll hear just the most ridiculous things. How Bronny led the team in defense, and maybe he scored more points that night and led Luka to a victory. Came up with this key steal or this key block. Bronny led the team. Or, just all kind of stuff, because the league is getting weaker. It's not getting stronger, it's getting weaker. It's just a lot of running, gunning, and shooting, and no defense. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to let them play this playoff defense next year in the regular season. I don't know. Because if you can play this type of defense in the regular season, they can start to bring back real big men with real skills. And I was watching this Pacers-Knicks game, and if you can, it looks like if the Knicks can slow down the Pacers, it's in the benefit of the Knicks to win this series or make it a series, because I don't think the Pacers can play slow like the Knicks can play slow. They got to run and gun. The Pacers, they got to get up and down the court. And as soon as that game was slowing down, the Pacers looked lost. Just a weird game right there, man. This is what the NBA has for you. I tell you, blowouts, blown leads, and teams winning because another team's star player got hurt. And of course, bad calls. Horrible calls. Horrible calls by the referees. Horrible calls. So, again, LeBron James wins again. And even me, I can put out all the content I want to put out, but I lose. Well, I can put out all the content about him that's wrong, but I still lose. It don't matter who talks bad about this guy, he still wins. He's still playing next year. He's still making the money. He's still doing this and bringing his sons in. He's winning. He's winning, not losing. He's actually winning by losing. Maybe the biggest loser of all time in sports or the NBA, but probably the biggest winner. The biggest winner. So also, let me say this about, that video I put out yesterday on Uncut Sports. I ain't taking that back, man. I'm not taking none of that back. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about it, but a lot of times you think just because these content creators make great content all the time, like they're perfect, like they can't go wrong, like they don't do nothing wrong or they don't say nothing wrong. Come on, man. The man put out a video after, and SGA ain't even my guy. I never even care for SGA. But the fact that he put this out here just as soon as the man wins the MVP and basically singled him out. Now, I think he put Trae Young in the video. It might have been another guy, but to me, that wasn't good enough. He basically, 99% of the video was about SGA and holding him to the standard of Michael Jordan and holding him above this standard of the 2020s, which is no standard. There's no standards. There's no rules. So why make SGA be above the standard of the 2020s NBA? It doesn't make no sense. Now, if he had just made this video in random, that's fine with me. But no, he made it after SGA won the MVP because Joker is his guy. But at the same time, Joker carries, he travels, he hooks, and stuff like that. Just the way it is. So Uncut, he ain't perfect, man. Like I said, this guy said the Joker was on Michael Jordan's level a couple years ago for putting up some stats. And we just went over Dwight Howard, what he has on his resume, the 3-time defensive player of the year, all the defensive teams, all NBA first teams, more all-star appearances than Joker. Was able to beat LeBron James in his prime. I mean, come on, man. The only thing he really got on Dwight Howard more is these MVPs in the weaker, softer era. He ain't winning these MVPs in the 2000s. He ain't winning these MVPs in the 2000s or 2010s, basically, when Dwight Howard was playing. And I'm not trying to say Dwight Howard would stop him from winning MVP, but he's not winning MVP over those guys. It was just better defenders back then. It was a slow, grounded out pace, and you had to play defense. He ain't winning no MVP in the 2000s when Dwight Howard played. He ain't. He might not even make All-NBA first team. And imagine Dwight Howard defended him in Dwight Howard's prime. Woo.